Well, welcome to the video, everyone. We're at the beautiful Algarve. I've pole position 3.
Hold your line.
We're heading into turn 1. This is the trackside view. We're on board with P4. Heading into turn 1. Unfortunately gives P2 a bit of a tap. Runs off and coming back on, he gives him another lap tap. Heading into turn 2. Fella behind gets spun out. We'll have a look and see what happens to him. So here we go, heading into turn 1. Yeah, P4 gives P2 a bit of a love tap. As he comes back on, he makes the overtake on me. Gives P2 another bit of a love tap. He gets tapped from behind. We'll see what happens to that fella. And as we head into turn 3, he completes the overtake on me. So let's have a look at what happens to this fellow in the orange car. Comes back on. And unfortunately taps the car in front, gets turned. And he gets a couple of love taps on the way through, unfortunately, which probably ruins his race, which is really unfortunate. So let's get back to the live action. Nice move, Sanderson. Yes, it was, Mons. Good move. Thought he was going to dive then. Well, I recorded the race before this one, but I stuffed up the mic settings, so I decided to just record this race on the off chance that it was a belter, and it absolutely was a great race. Some really good battles, a couple of incidents that we'll look at, and we'll leave you to judge whether they were clean, not clean, fair, or just good, hard racing. Once again, a bit deep. Well, we've got a bit of a gap behind, which is good. Now we just got to see whether we can make some positions ahead. Sanderson got a really good start, was able to make a really good move.
Okay, Mons, relax, focus, keep it smooth, U4. You cut the track, keep it nice and tidy.
Want these first and second to have a good scrap.
The guy in front is Sanderson.
First went a bit deep. P2 to catch up a bit. So this race is panning out quite nicely. We've been able to put a nice little gap between us and P5 behind. What I really want to happen is the boys in front to fight and me be ready there to pick up any scraps should they come. Got a nice one that.
Just done a 134.4. Alright, Mons, stay close, wait for him to make a mistake. The guy ahead's lap time is a 134.6.
Well, it looks like P1 and P2 are having a good little battle. Which is hopefully slowing them down a little bit. And P3 and myself are waiting to pick up any scraps should they occur. It's a good little battle going ahead between P1 and P2. I just said that, Mont, you twat.
losing time here, man. We need to pass him.
Well, that's easier said than done, Jim.
That's a new fastest lap for Daniel, 133.9. That's the quickest lap for your class. The guy ahead has just done a 134.0. Your last lap time was a 134.0. You cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy. Please, Mons.
Well, looking at the race standings, we can see that P1 is starting to pull away from P2. P1
Sector
is
2
already
yellow.
into the 133s.
We think Rodriguez has binned it. Green flag, sector 2.
Well, let's get on board with Rodriguez and see what happens. He's in the green car. Looks like he loses the rear end coming out of turn 3. Great reaction by Maloney behind. Great reflexes. He's talking to Maloney at the end of the last race that he came P1. Said it was his first win in an LMP2, so congratulations to him and hope he gets many, many more. And we're obviously back to the live action. Now just notice how P3 takes this corner.
P4.
He keeps a very narrow line, but it does reduce your exit speed, so I'm able to make up a 10th on him here. Just keep that move in mind for later. Oh, he got that wrong.
Yellow flag, sector 3.
Sanderson's not keeping up with P2, which is a bit of a problem.
Fastest lap for Daniel, 133.7. Okay, Mons, keep Adam on the pressure. He'll make a mistake.
As we can see from the standings, P2 is absolutely flying.
We've gone out on
Got
track
the
limits.
fastest
Keep
lap.
it between the lines.
And as you can see, I'm struggling with track limits, and I will struggle with track limits all the way through this race. He's defending, just as right. But you can't just move over under braking,
On your
my
left,
friend.
clear left.
I don't think he moved, mate. He may have moved
Sector
it
3
a
is
touch,
green.
but nothing in that. Race on. He's feeling the pressure, I think. I know I would. I really need P3 here to get a move on because P2 is starting to pull away from this fella in front of me, and if this goes on any further we'll never be able to close that gap, so I hope he gets a move on very soon, or I need to overtake him, one of the two.
Fastest lap for Daniel, 133.4.
Well, it looks like P1 has found his groove. He's starting to really pull away now. So the best we can hope for is a P2. It's not looking likely at the moment. Well, this is about as bad an overtake attempt as you can get.
Clear
I
right.
run deep and allow him to
On your
retake
left,
the
clear
position.
left.
Very poor by me.
The stewards have warned
gotta
us about
make him
track
think.
limits. Keep it between the lines.
Well, that was poor. I couldn't see the braking markers.
Well, I don't believe he had to think very much there, Mons, but keep trying, mate. You never know.
sector 2, yellow flag. We think that Len has spun off.
Now let's get on board with P2. As he exits the hairpin here, he gets a little bit squirrely and loses a bit of time. And there's an LMP3 that's going to get in the way as he enters this series of corners. And all that time he'd been able to gap between him and P3 gets lost in a couple of corners. Now let's get on board with P3 and remember how he took this series of corners ahead. That will come into play. So here's a better view. He takes the inside line, gets stopped and makes the overtake. But because he lost some speed at that exit, the guy's able to get neck and neck with him leading into this corner. Now the guy in the blue car, I think, believes he ran him wide and deep and flashed him. Now we get on back on board with myself and they both get a bit squirrely coming out of that corner, which allows me to get past.
Clear left.
So it was nice to get that double overtake done, even though it was due to their mistakes. But now I'm the one under pressure, and I fold like a pack of cards. I just can't get these corners right, and just can't pull ahead. And what I really need is the two fellas behind me to fight, so I can at least try and gap them. Let's see what happens.
And so was that.
Keep it within the track limits.
Just when I needed to be good, I stuff it up.
Green flag, sector 2.
And I'm hoping those two battle behind.
Hold your nerve. Make them do the work.
He had a sniff. I knew he would.
On your left. Still there.
More mistakes
line.
once you're folding like a pack of cards, mate. Pull it together.
Still there. Still there. Clear left.
Well, let's have a look at the trackside view as we enter turn 1. The two boys behind me are fighting, and this couldn't have worked out any better for me because I just get that 1.1 second gap because they're fighting into turn 1. Couldn't be happier. Now let's get on board with the yellow LMP2 as he's now fighting with the blue car ahead to get that position. So once again the blue car got a bit squirrely coming out of the hairpin, which allows the yellow car to catch up a little bit. And the blue car locks up, which means he goes wide, he loses speed, the yellow car gets a better exit speed. Now let's see what happens with that series of corners, see whether the blue car covers it. Yep, he certainly does cover it. And no overtake was possible there. Now the yellow car goes for the dive down the inside. I'll leave it up to you to decide whether that was a fair overtake or not. These two lads have been battling all race. Some really good moves, really intense. Now let's see how this battle unfolds. switching over to the yellow car as he goes through that turn, and there's contact made. Not sure whose fault that was. And now we go to those series of corners where the yellow car takes really well and narrow. As we can see here, the blue car is coming over, makes contact with the yellow car, and the yellow car is destroyed, which is unfortunate. I imagine now after that spin his tyres are absolutely torched, so his race I think is effectively over now, unfortunately. There's the trackside view of the incident, and they're side by side. Blue car turns in. I think maybe he was trying to tuck in behind and misjudged it, which is really unfortunate and not the way you want these things to play out. Let's get back to the live action. That was too deep.
We think that Rodriguez has crashed. Green flag, sector 3. The gap to Daniel behind is now 5.9. Yellow flag, sector 2.
Ooh, let's have a look at what happened to him. Trackside view. He gets a bit squirrely and then loses the rear end coming out of that corner. Very easy to do. Let's get back to the live action.
We think Serini has gone off. Green flag, sector 2. Okay, Mons, we've gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Now with a bit of clean air, I'm able to do some better lap times, getting into the 133s. Pretty happy with that.
The gap to Daniel behind is increasing. It's now 8.3 seconds. Yellow flag in sector 1.
Well, let's have a look at those couple of incidents at sector 1. That's turn 1. The guy loses the rear end, and the person overtaking him, as we just get a shot of him there, coming out of the following corner, he loses the rear end as well. So, unfortunately, a comedy of errors. Let's
Green
get
flag,
back to
sector
the
1.
live action.
Incident in sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Track limits, watch those lines. It looks like Koenig has spun off. Sector 2 is green.
This poor fella has a A shocker of a race, unfortunately. Comes out of the corner, loses it into the barrier and loses his wing. We just sped up the video a little bit. He just wants to get back to those pits and get repaired as quickly as possible. And does a pretty good job of staying out of everyone's way. Goes off track to get there quicker, get out of the way. And his car is very hard to control. Back to the live action, as you can see me going past him there.
Yellow flag in sector 2. We think that Serini has gone off. Green flag, sector 2. You're coming up on a slower car. The gap to Daniel ahead is now 8.8 seconds.
On your right. Clear right. Car left. Clear left.
It looks like Koenig has crashed. Sector 2 is clear. Pit crew is ready.
Let's have a look and see what happened to that fella on the right there. Comes into the hairpin and just locks up and runs deep. But unfortunately makes a monumental error, as we will see. And that's not good. And runs off the track and immediately apologises. Now we're on board with P1, and that's him hitting that guy who did the unsafe rejoin. Luckily for P1, he was able to continue on without too much damage, but it could have ended much worse for him, so thankfully he was able to continue.
We have no recorded pit timings. This will hurt our pit exit estimates. When we exit the pits, we should be in P9, a few seconds behind Koenig. 2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Left side. Clear left.
The lap time was at 1:34.73. Slower class car ahead.
Car right. Clear right.
The gap to Daniel ahead is increasing. It's now 11 seconds. We think that Len has binned it. Yellow flag. We think Ramirez has binned it.
Well, we're on the final lap of the race. Really enjoyed this race, and thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and all the drama that went into it. If you did like the video, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate it.
Daniel is the winner.
And it looks like me and the guy in front, we run out of fuel as we approach
Left
the
side,
finish line.
clear left.
We're
Well,
on the podium.
P2, I'm
Good
pretty happy
drive.
with that.
Well done, Morris.
Let's have a look at the results. So coming P2, can't complain about that. Reasonable lap time, made up one position. Driver rank, got a little bit of DR, which is good. And other than track limits, I probably haven't got much change to my safety rank. So thanks for watching the video, everyone. Hope to see you in the next one. Ciao for now.